Connectra creates opportunities for people with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. On Service Mondays, we highlight a local organization or initiative. On February 5th, we hear from BC Centre for Ability about their accessible employment programs. Then on February 12th, join Eric to discover the richness of the Disability Foundation's own programming. Monday, February 19th is Family Day in British Columbia, so there will be no programming. On the 26th, join Lauren from Emotions BC for a presentation on the importance of caring for your mental health. On Tuesday, February 27th, find your next read and engage in an insightful discussion on the representation of disabilities in literature through our new book club in partnership with the VPL. On Friday, February 16th, learn how to plan your garden with Digga. Tuesday afternoons are for creative writing with Emily. Wednesdays are chair yoga with Bobbie Seale-Cobiskey. Thursdays are adaptive fitness with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Fridays are contemporary improv dance classes with Janice Lawrence. Visit the events calendar on Connectra's website, connectra.org, for more information and to register for events.
Go, Bobbie, you can start.
Thanks, Costa. You look the way I feel. Just going to put it on gallery view, hopefully. Oh, there we are. Okay. Woo, it's yoga time. So I'm anticipating maybe a few more people are going to join us. However, we'll go ahead and get started. Of course, my name is Bobbie, and I've had I don't know if I like the word privilege so much, but I've had the joy, and maybe I will say privilege just for lack of a different or better choice of words right now, sharing an adaptive yoga practice for many years now for people living with disabilities. And so I'm of the mind that yoga is for everybody. And that's not all. My belief also is that the new advanced yoga is a gentle yoga practice. And so, at various stages of our life, we're meant to kind of evolve and be practicing in a way that's more suitable to whatever stage of life that we're in. And so here we are. I just recently became an elder. Currently, I turned 65. And so I can assure you that my yoga practice doesn't look anything like it did, 25 years ago, nor should it. And so one of my teachers would say, yoga, the gift that keeps on giving. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get started by finding a comfortable sitting position. Sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. Roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels comfortable. And then an invitation to ground down to your sits bones, so the bones we sit on. So if you want to do a little bum dance, I think I'm going to adjust my phone a little so it's tilted forward. If you'd like, close your eyes. And so an invitation to notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders over hips. Chin in parallel with the floor. And so notice the breath. It's our old friend, our breath. And if you'd like, placing one hand on your Buddha belly and maybe noticing that as we inhale, our belly expands. On exhale, belly moves in. And maybe taking another hand to your chest and notice the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. And then see if you can make your breath just a little bit longer than it was when we began. Notice the length of the exhale. So when we lengthen our exhale, it engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of holding, stress, and tension. And so maybe switching placement of your hands. So explore switching placement of your hands. And so I'd like to encourage you during your yoga practice, whenever possible, to bring your awareness back to this deep, easeful breath. And so if your eyes were closed, gradually blink your eyes. And you're ready, little wiggly fidget. Yeah. So nice to see an old friend today live. And so now I'd like you to bring your hands together, rub your palms a little. And then take your hands apart, maybe notice a little warmth or heat between your hands. And then rub your palms together again. And so, exciting news. There is research now that shows what we have always known, that our hands are not only connected to our heart, but to our mind as well. So I'd like you to notice where in your body you're holding stress or tension, and then see if you can bring some of that loving energy from your hands and place them on that part of your body. So allowing your body to absorb the loving energy from your hands. And then rub your palms together again. This time as you're rubbing your hands together, maybe think of a new place where you could use a little extra kindness or TLC and place your hands there. So open to receive. And so take a moment, check in as your breath's so long and smooth and easy. So from here, we'll transition into a warm up. So beginning with your head, bring your chin gently towards your chest. And when you feel your neck is ready, turn a soft gaze looking upwards. So maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And so gentle movements, warming up our cervical spine. And so it's ready, finish up the movement that you're on. And then take one ear towards your shoulder, your chin's tucked in slightly. And then move your head back and forth. As ready, finish up the movement that you're on, and then turn a soft gaze looking towards your shoulder. Only turn your head as far as feels comfortable for you. And then move your head back and forth. So as if we're nodding no. As ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head back center. And so we've moved our neck through its 3 planes of movement. Now we're going to continue down along the spine with a gentle warm up for our upper back called cat and cow. So it's ready, round your back and then draw your chest in in. So it's as if your sternum's moving in towards your ribs. And then the sternum lifts, moves forward. Open up your solar plexus, your heart, your throat. Be careful not to throw your head back. And we'll continue this movement. So round. I notice that the hands naturally slide in towards your knees. And on the inhales, we arch, hands slide in towards our knees. So I'm going to turn my chair sideways. You can continue your movement, just so that maybe you have a better visual of what's going on with the spine here. So move in a way that feels natural for you. It's so natural that your movements and your breath become one. Then as ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. And then from here, I'd like to invite you to reach one hand towards the floor. So you might hold the other side of the chair for stability. So reach as if you're reaching to pick something up. So we want to keep our shoulder in line with shoulder. So if it's helpful, you can imagine that you're seated between two panes of glass. And then keeping both sits bones on the chair, we'll move from side to side. And so it might be helpful to, as you exhale, reach towards the floor. Inhale. Come back center. Exhale to the other side. Or it might just feel good to inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. So of course, if you're congested or you have an obstruction, you breathe in whatever way you can. And so you might notice that as we warm up, the movements become more easeful. So you might be able to go a little bit deeper. And then as ready, finish up the movement that you're on. And come back to stillness. And then from here, we're going to come into a seated twist. So beginning at the base of your lumbar spine, twisting, moving up one vertebrae at a time. Your head turns last. Your hands can kind of slide to wherever they'd like naturally. And we're going to move dynamically. So twisting from side to side. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going to our full range. Oh, pardon me. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to neutral spine. So I'd like you to take a moment or two and notice the effects of the movements. Has anything changed for you energetically? So body awareness, introspection. Any subtle sensations? How's your breath? So from here, let's take 3 breaths. We're going to inhale through our nose unless you're congested, and then a big sigh. Inhale. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, And so from here, I'd like to transition to a practice called toning. And so essentially with this practice, we're deconstructing the sound. And so we'll sound or tone the 3 letters A, O, and M. And we can add arm movements to this. And so, of course, you're more than welcome to listen if you'd rather. So, of course, we know sound has a vibration. And so the vibration from the sound can break up some of the muscular tension that we feel in our body. It's also a lovely way to connect with each other. And so here we go. When you're ready, reach your arm up to the sky, as high as feels comfortable for you. And then on your exhale, sound the letter A. Pardon me, other side. Letter O. Both arms reach up. Letter M. You just tasted something delicious. So let's practice one more round. So it's not meant to be a big external sound. Inhale. Both arms reach up. Letter M, lips slightly touching. Okay, so from here, I think I'd like to invite you to say hello to your hands. So tap your fingers. And then maybe if you want, make it a little more challenging, you can explore tapping from your pinkies to your thumbs. Thumbs to pinkies. Yeah, so micro movements, visualizing movements. So as long as we're moving, we're strengthening those neural connections, muscles in our hands. And maybe a little air piano. And then when you're ready, roll your wrists. Maybe even take a moment to look at your hands with appreciation for all that they do. So most of us use our hands more than our feet. And then roll your wrists in the opposite direction. And to maybe explore slowing the movement right down and imagining that you're moving your hands through water. And then when you're ready now, an invitation to push your hands away, pull your hands back, push your hands away. I think this is my favorite movement. Okay, so not only are we getting into all the major joints in our arms with this movement, we're getting into the area around our shoulder blades. So on the inside and outside of our shoulder blades. It's like we're giving our back a little back massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. And now I'd like you to just stretch your palms, make soft fists. Stretch your palms, soft fist. One more time. Stretch your palms, soft fist. And now if you'd like, you press, taking one hand, pressing your fingers back. So essentially you're flexing your wrists and make a soft fist. Pull your hand in towards your body and then we'll press and soft fist. So it's not a big pull, it's gently kind of guiding your hand towards your body. One more time. Flex and pull your hand in, and we'll switch sides. And so press against your fingers, soft fist, pull your hand in. So just repeating this a few more times in your own time and rhythm. And stop. Okay. And a little shake out. Okay. So I think from here, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up. So if it's available to you, up in line with your shoulder, maybe a little lower works better for you. Turn your palm face up with a soft bend in your elbow, nothing rigid. Extend your arm away. Okay, bring your arm back center. Palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open, extend your arm away. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. So we'll continue with the movements, but this time, if it feels okay for your neck, when we bring our arm out to the side, I want you to gaze past your middle finger. So here we go, reach up. So your gaze is forward, or if it feels comfortable, taking your gaze, looking past your middle finger to bring your arm out to the side. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open, moving with grace and ease, extend your arm away. Come on back center, palm face down, release. Yes. And we'll wiggle fidget again. And so maybe take a moment, notice how you feel. How's your breath? Notice any subtle sensations. So trust that the sensations are there. It's not going to be a rocket ship across the sky. So it might be a little heat, maybe tingling, maybe, can you name the sensation? Fatigue, maybe. So no judgment. Yoga meets us exactly where we are. Okay. So from here, I think I'd like to transition to a practice that I call finding our balance. And so many of you have heard me share my favorite definition of balance is, it should be my mantra, the equal distribution of presence throughout the entire body. And so something to ponder for sure. The equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. So let's begin by sitting up nice and tall. And you can place your hands at your hips, or if you want for stability, you can hold on to the chair. If you know balance is a challenge for you, make sure you have what you need to keep you stable in your chair. So here we go. Hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. So it's not about seeing how far down we can go. We're just coming to that right amount of effort and ease. And then rock back up. So we'll keep this gentle movement flowing. And you might notice that sometimes we come into a forward fold, our chin wants to jet up. So see if you can tuck your chin in slightly. And it can be interesting to close our eyes as we practice these gentle movements. So if you feel stable in your chair. And when you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Pardon me, I'm just getting over a cold. Back to a neutral spine. And then if you'd like, if possible, you might bring your feet out a little wider than outer hip bone distance. Knees are tracking over ankles. Okay to have your toes turned out a little. Hands at the hips again if you like. And then circle forward. So we're getting into our lower back and our hips here a little more. So your circles might be bigger, smaller than mine. You move in your own time and rhythm. And as you begin to feel your hips and lower back soften and release, we see if you can go a little bit deeper. So our shoulders move towards our legs, our knees. So of course, we're not going to come all the way down. And then as ready, reverse the direction. And so bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. And bring your awareness to the space beside you. So notice how that makes you feel. Bring your awareness to the space above you. And particularly an invitation to take your awareness to the space behind you. And moving away from me to we, to trust that we are being supported. And slowly make your way back to neutral spine. Relax your arms down by your side or under your lap, wherever feels comfortable. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So your natural rhythm. So you may be observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Okay. So from here, I think I'd like to come into a practice called body tapping. So we're just going to wake up a little more. So I'd like you to tap the outside of your legs, coming forward as far as feels comfortable for you. You're stable in your chair. And then I'd like you to tap coming up the inside. So we'll do this a few more times. Tap, tap, tap. And then when you're ready, if you'd like to explore, reverse the direction. So we begin by moving down the inside. And then coming up the outside. And then it's ready, come up. And so maybe we'll give ourselves a few little love taps, upper body. Oh, hello, Evie. So you might see a bunny rabbit here in a minute. He's close by. So he's the real deal. His name's Evie. So maybe just take a moment, put your hands closer together, close your eyes softly, and maybe notice if you feel any subtle sensations between your hands. You might move your hands further apart, closer together. So no right or wrong here. You can't do this wrong. And turn your palms face up, reach up to the sky. So maybe feeling the lightness, and palms face down, a grounding sensation. Reaching up to the sky. Palms face down, release. And a little shake out again. Okay, so I think I'd like us to come into side bend here. So take hold of the underside of your chair or wherever you need to feel stable and balanced in your chair. Extend your opposite arm out to the side, spiral your palm open. So I'll give you 3 options for your arm placement. So one might be at your hip. The other, if you have shoulder stuff going on in the side, you might want to just place your hand on your shoulder. Alternatively, you could reach up and over. So on this side, I'm just going to take my hand to my shoulder. So you choose what works best for you. So you can think of, the poses and movements as a smorgasbord, whatever appeals to you. So here we go. Of course, we always start by sitting up nice and tall, holding the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. On an inhale, reach up to your place, and then come into your side bend on the exhale, keeping both sits bones on the chair. So I want you to avoid rotating forward. So maybe rotate your shoulder back a little bit, and then turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? And come out of the pose on this side. So let's practice this lovely side bend on the other side. So you sit up tall, take hold of the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your arm to your place, coming into the side bend. So can you feel that you're creating space in your rib cage? Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And so come out of the pose on this side. So let's come into this one more time on each side, and maybe notice if you felt a little shift. So hold the chair, extend your arms, spiral your palm open. Inhale, take your arm to your place. Exhale, come into your side bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. Breathe into your rib cage. And palm face down, release, come out of the pose on this side. And we'll come into it on the other side. So hold the chair, extend your arms, spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, come into your side. And release. So I'm curious, did it feel a little bit different that time? So from here, let's come into one of my favorite practices. It's called Breath of Joy. So Breath of Joy, the way it's practiced is that we sniff or inhale through our nose 3 times, and then it's a big exhale. You can add arm movements to that. So I want you to make sure that when you extend your arms out to the side, you're not going to whack any solid surfaces or make any enemies. So most of us are at home or online. But yeah, I have seen students whack each other unintentionally in large classes. So anyway, here we go. Inhale, 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 and 2 more rounds. Breath of joy. Inhale, inhale, inhale. One more time. Inhale, out to the side. Inhale, and drop. Good stuff. Okay. So again, you might just bring your hands together. Notice if you feel a little something between your hands. Nice. And so moving on, let's maybe just take a moment, let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And we'll get ourselves set up for sun salutation. So sun salutations, a lot of fun. Heating, strengthening. And so, invitation to come into mountain pose. So I want you to ground through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet, or center and ground your sits bones. Come into mountain pose with your arms by your side, spiral your palms open. Open up your armpits a little. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. So open up your heart. So we're bending from above our shoulder blades. Hinging from the hips, come into a forward bend. Flat back, chin in. So I like to have my hands on my hips. Maybe you are able to take your hands down to the floor. You choose. Come on back up. We're going to come into lunge. So if possible, bring your leg under the front of the chair. So it might be for some, you're visualizing the movement. And so know the visualization, imagination is powerful. And then if you'd like, add your arm. So your arm can be up along your ear in gold pose or at your hip. Float your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. You're going to come into downward facing dog. So arms, forearms on our lap, lengthen your spine, chin in. So of course, modified version. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lower your head, then lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap, chin in, lengthen your spine. Come on back up into a lunge on the other side. If possible, step your leg under the front of the chair, visualize the movement. Add your arm if you'd like. Take your arm up to your place. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. Spiral your palms open. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. And take your hands back to the heart. So we'll do a few more rounds. Mountain pose. Hands at the heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. Open up your heart. Hinging from the hips, forward fold, chin in. Come up into a lunge. Step your leg under the front of the chair if possible. Add your arm. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward. Hinging from the hips. This time we're going to come into a variation of downward facing dog. So for this variation, pressing your sits bones back in the chair. The arms are on a diagonal. Your hands are reaching up to where the ceiling meets the wall. If this doesn't work for you, you can do the forearms on the lap. So whatever, it's not right or wrong, it's whatever feels best. And we'll come into baby cobra, palms on your lap, lower your head, then lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog, so it's arms on a diagonal, hands reaching up to where the ceiling meets the wall. Come on back up, step into a lunge on the other side. Take your arm to your place. And so really feel the strength of these poses. Release your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. A gentle back arch. Then our hands come back to the heart. And so I'm curious, shall we do one more round? Okay, so let's come into mountain pose. So you're sitting up nice and tall. You're grounded through your sits bones, your feet, arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. Take your hands to your heart center, bowing your head to your heart. Reach your arms up to the sky, gentle back arch. All right, so bending from above your shoulder blades, hinging from the hips, forward fold, chin in. Come back up into a lunge. Step your leg under the front of the chair if possible, or visualize the movement. Take your arm to your place, up by your ear. goalposts right your hip. Release your arm down. Step your foot forward. Coming forward into downward facing dog. So I'm going to go back to the original. So it'll be forearms on your lap. If you want to choose arms on a diagonal, go for it. Lengthen your spine, chin in. Baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lower your head, then lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap, chin in, lengthen your spine. Come back up. So you might press down through your inner heels. Come back up. Maybe it's an energetic pushing down. Arms by your sides. Spiral your palms open. Reach up to the sky. And our hands come back to the heart. Nice. I'll place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And take a rest. Maybe take a moment. Notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Okay. And so from here, I think I'd like to come into a modified tree pose. And so, of course, it's not one size fits all. We don't all wear the same pair of shoes. So like to invite you to, if possible, come up onto the ball of your foot and then open up your hip a little. So alternatively, if you're not able to come up onto the ball of your foot, you might be able to open up your hip a little. Yeah. And then I'd like you to bring your arms up into whatever expression of tree pose that you'd like. So it might be, that your fingertips touch. If you feel stable in your chair, you could close your eyes. Maybe palms together, maybe not at all. And release. So a little shake out. So let's come into this on the other side. And so if possible, you come up onto the ball of your foot, open up your hip a little. Bring your arms up into whatever expression of tree pose that you'd like. And find a space on the horizon that you can gaze on softly. And help us focus the mind. And release. Okay, and shake out again, a wiggly pigeon. So be creative, do a little bum dance. And so let's transition into eagle pose. Pardon me. So, pardon me. If it's possible, you might want to cross one leg over the other. Might cross at the ankle, maybe not at all. And then I'd like to invite you to cross your forearms. Maybe bring the backs of your hands together. Maybe it feels cold to create a mudra. So something that might be familiar for you. And then I want you to imagine the intensity of an eagle eye. Spread your wings, release, and we'll come into this on the other side. So if you want, you can cross at the ankle, maybe one leg over the other, up to you. We can begin by bending our elbows, and then we're doing the opposite arm in front this time. So backs of hands maybe touch. Maybe you're bringing your fingers into mudra. Eagle pose. Imagine the intensity of an eagle eye. And spread your wings and release. Ooh. So take a moment and feel your work. And so in a way, the yoga happens between the poses and the movements. So notice how you feel. Not about what we look like. Diagnostic tools, how do I feel? So I think we'll just come into one more, pardon me, pose. And so I call these bear hugs. And so we begin with extending our arms out to the side, spiral your palms open, soft bending your elbows, and then cross one arm over the other. Take your fingertips to your shoulders or wherever you can reach comfortably. See if you can walk your fingertips back a little more. Drop your chin towards your chest, let your shoulders round towards your front body. So this is a time when it's okay to let your shoulders round. And this is bear hug number 1. I love me. And then as you're ready, remembering which arm is on top, extend your arms out to the side. This time, cross your opposite arm on top, walk your fingertips back, chin in, shoulders round. Bear hug number 2. I love me. And release. So come on, seated comfortably back in your chair in preparation for a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. So if you want, you can adjust your lighting. I think I am going to adjust mine. It's a pretty gray day here on the Sunshine Coast. And apparently winter's revisiting the West Coast. So if you happen to have a yoga mat, you want to explore rolling it out, placing it along the spine can feel really lovely and supportive. And it helps to counter some of that collapsing that we do in our chest. So make sure that you have what you need to stay warm. And then when you're ready, I'd like you to place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other hand on top. And then making circles, massage your organs. So your liver, say hello to your liver. Your stomach, soft Buddha belly, not an easy place to get to in our culture. We're so obsessed with flat tummies. In reality, when our belly is soft, it means that our nervous system is more balanced. And I'm not talking about obesity when it becomes a health risk, of course. And then if you'd like, take some of that loving energy from your hands, maybe lean forward a little bit to your lower back. You can reach up a little higher where your adrenal glands and your kidneys live, send them some love. And then sweep your hands forward. So inhale, let, exhale, go. And now when you're ready, I'd like you to rub your palms together again. So create some warmth, some heat between your hands. If you're wearing glasses, you might want to take them off for this. This is called palming. So we're going to give our eyes a little rest. And so cup your eyes lightly, maybe cover your face. And let the warmth of your hands soften behind your eyes. And so we'll just take a few breaths here. Nice. And then when you're ready, you just take hold of your earlobes or even at the top of your ears, twiggle down and then tug. So lots of acupressure points along our ears. And then when you're ready, take your fingertips to your scalp, and I want you to imagine you're shampooing your hair. So you're not just moving the hair around, you are actually doing little circles, moving the scalp. And one of my new favorite practices. So this is an invitation to take your fingertips up to your eyebrow line. Sweep across. Bring your fingers down behind your ears. And into the vagus nerve. Behind your ear, down along your neck, your shoulder, along your arm, and knees. So other side. So you're just sweeping your fingers along your eyebrow line. Fingers sweep down behind your ear. Remember to go behind your ear. Down along your neck. Your shoulder, your arm. Nice. Okay. All right. I think we're ready to settle into, actually, I think we're going to hop right into our final relaxation. So just find that lovely, comfortable sitting position. And again, make sure that you're warm enough, that you're comfortable. So this is meant to be a deep, conscious relaxation. We're not meant to fall asleep in it. That said, no judgment. If you fall asleep, just means that you're tired. And so roll your shoulders back and down. So this is not a big scrunch up towards our ears. Essentially, we're inviting or allowing our shoulders to soften away from our ears. So most of us have our shoulders up around our ears. Relax your hands, palm face up or down as desired. If you're feeling restless, palms face down can encourage grounding sensation. If you are feeling fatigued, palm face up, open to receive. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward or soften your gaze. And so soft palms, soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. Allow the breath to breathe itself. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows, wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, say let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And if it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. So without changing anything, bring a gentle awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. Pardon me, sorry. So our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. Now, your eyes are closed. Gently blink your eyes open. Then I'd like you to take a look around the space that you're in. Name 3 objects to bring us back. And so thank you, everybody. notice how you feel before and after. Questions or feedback, of course. I always love to hang out for a few minutes. Thank you to Kasser, my amazing tech hosts, and Connectra for providing ongoing now for a few years this opportunity for us to hang out and practice yoga together. So take good care. And I'm just going to move in a little closer.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I missed you and didn't have curling today. So I'm like, I gotta hop on. So we got 4 more weeks and then I'll hopefully be back more regular.
Oh, that's great, Morning. You look wonderful, love.
Thank you. Nice to see everybody. Awesome.
Thank you, Bobbie. Thank you, Connecta. It's great to have exercise every Wednesday. Happy to be here.
Yeah, great. I appreciate your discipline. You keep showing up, Mercedes.
Thanks very much, Bobbie.
You're welcome, love.
Yeah, always feels good to be in class with you.
Right on.
Thanks.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. Take
You
care.
too.
Namaste.
Okay, see you guys next week.
Yeah, so Kasser, I guess Karma did get the email, but she got shut out because it was 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I sent her the registration link also. I don't know if that worked or not.
Yeah, right on. Should be okay for
Yeah.
next. Yeah. Okay, love.
Yeah, see you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Get well. And me too.
Same to you.